Battle of Cannae, Rome's massacre at the meat grinder. Let's start with the OG military oops, the Battle of Cannae. Picture it. 216 BCE, the Romans versus Hannibal, a dude famous for literally hiking elephants over mountains just to get to the flex. Roman consul Varro, he's brimming with unearned main character energy, so he ignores all tactical red flags and masses 80,000 troops in a dense formation. What could go wrong? He probably thought, while everyone else looked like the sweating meme. Hannibal, all chill and channeling Sun Tzu before Sun Tzu was even a thing, pulls out the double envelopment, a fancy way of saying, I let you charge, then close the trap like a medieval panini press. Result, 70,000 Romans get deleted from the server in one day. Ancient historians say the battlefield was so packed with bodies, you could basically walk across without touching the ground, which is maybe the least fun version of hopscotch ever. The moral? Never ignore your friend's tactical group chat advice. Or, as Livy put it, no battle, in fact, was ever more completely disastrous in the annals of Rome. Big yikes, Varro. Emoji for this one. Napoleon's Russian fiasco. Winter is coming, bro. By 1812, Napoleon's ego is basically outgrowing France. He's like, let's invade Russia with 600,000 of my closest frenemies, ignoring the timeless wisdom that invading Russia in winter is a hard pass. Russians, playing Minecraft IRL, burn their own villages to the ground, scorched earth, so Napoleon can't even get a croissant, let alone logistical support. By the time he stumbles into Moscow, it's already crispy, abandoned, and, oh right, snowing. Russian winter hits like a slap from the Ice Age. His troops start yeeting themselves out of the campaign. Frostbite, starvation, Cossacks sniping away. From the sublime to the ridiculous, there is but one step, said Napoleon, which is beautiful until you remember he took that step off a cliff. Less than 5% actually make it out, and France gets left on red by history. Repeat after me. Don't invade Russia in winter. It's practically tradition at this point. Charge of the Light Brigade. A bad day for horse girl TikTok. Crimea, 1854. The British cavalry gets an order that is, frankly, the historical equivalent of autocorrect mistakenly sending duck instead of, well, you know. The Light Brigade, trying their absolute best, is told to charge. But which artillery are they attacking? Spoiler, they pick the wrong one, ride straight into a full line of Russian cannons, and basically LARP as tissue paper against a leaf blower. 278 riders go down. The Russians are shook, the British are mortified, and Tennyson immortalizes it. Theirs not to reason why, theirs but to do and die. In modern terms, it's like when you join the wrong Zoom call and just roll with it, except everyone has swords and gets blown up. The whole thing is so tragic and absurd, even the Russians have to respect the vibes. Sometimes, let's send it, is not the call. Battle of the Somme, the trauma dump of World War I. World War I is basically the season finale of European sibling rivalry. At the Somme, 1916, British generals are convinced that trench warfare works like Minecraft. Just keep building, hit save, run at the enemy, win. Instead, 60,000 British casualties on day one. That's not a typo. Some units lose 90% of their guys before lunchtime. Why? Artillery barrages barely tickled the German defenses, and machine guns are the new OP weapon that no one's learned to nerf yet. Soldiers walk across no man's land as if they're in a haunted corn maze, except the jump scares have bayonets. The lamps are going out all over Europe, said British Foreign Secretary Sir Edward Grey. Never has the term trauma dump felt so literal. Maginot Line failure. France's fortified denial. After WWI, France is like, never again, and builds an ultimate fortnight bunker, the Maginot Line. fortresses, underground trains, everything but a sense of flexibility. Thing is, the Germans didn't get the memo to attack head-on. They swipe right past the party, loop through Belgium, and France's million-dollar wall becomes the world's most expensive background prop. Fixed fortifications are monuments to the stupidity of man, said Wabuubas General George S. Patton, who wasn't even invited to the French planning sessions but totally called it. It's like putting your wallet in your left pocket so you can't get mugged, while forgetting you also have a right pocket. And thieves called Nazis. Moral: walls are nice, but maybe check your flanks before you awe your enemies. Operation Barbarossa blunder. Hitler's copy-paste fail. 1941. Hitler wakes up and decides, what if I did Napoleon but worse, and launches Operation Barbarossa, the biggest military campaign in human history. He expects to dom Russian TikTok in a few weeks, but forgets about, Russian everything. Roads made of mud, winters that make your eyelids freeze shut. Logistics? Who needs them? The Germans roll deep and fast, but supply trucks keep breaking down, and winter hits like an unskippable ad. He who defends everything defends nothing, said Frederick the Great, and Hitler apparently didn't get the notification. Stalingrad turns into the world's deadliest group project. By 1942, the Wehrmacht is full of frostbitten, exhausted soldiers who just want to go home. Barbarossa. Proof that Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V doesn't work for war or essays. Bay of Pigs disaster, America's DIY coup gets beached. 1961, welcome to the Bay of Pigs, peak Cold War, overflowing with paranoia and awkward CIA energy. The plan? Send a squad of Cuban exiles in to overthrow Castro, relying on vague promises and non-existent air support. It's like America tried to overthrow a government using a YouTube tutorial. Invasion for beginners. The local Cuban army sees what's up and basically curb stomps the landing. The world watches, JFK gets memed before memes exist, and Che Guevara is somewhere, smoking a cigar, already editing his "I told you so" essay. Victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan, JFK says. America, meet your latest blunder, baby. Vietnam's misguided strategies. The grind set. Nobody asked for. Vietnam. The US military brings search and destroy missions and the Strategic Hamlet program, which sounds friendly but is just forced relocation with extra steps. Commanders apply conventional tactics while facing guerrilla fighters who've mastered the art of now you see me, now you don't, and you step on a booby trap. No amount of helicopters, firepower, or napalm can solve the riddle of fighting an enemy that is everywhere and nowhere, often blending with civilians. We had to destroy the village to save it, an American officer said, a real quote that basically sums up the logic fail. Vietnam, where the L-shaped ambush replaces the straight A report card, and the US learns that not every problem gets fixed with more tech and vibes. Found this video interesting? Leave us a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Let us know what we should cover next in the comments below.